Leonard leads Vivien up the stairway into the main hallway. Vivien casts a glance over her shoulder, ensuring that Damien had remained in the room. Frustrated, she stops cold and searches the hallway for Leonard's client, finding only long, opaque shadows cast across the carpet by the bright light of the full moon.
If you would please follow me to the confession booth. The client wants to speak with you there.
Vivien scoffs.
Why there, of all places?
She wishes to remain anonymous. Mingling with the Sombra can still hurt one's reputation since most of you are still with the Sabbat.
I understand, but what does she want from me?
She shall tell you that herself.
Vivien huffs and follows Leonard across the hallway toward an aging mahogany confessional, decorated with intricate floral designs and a large cross-shaped carving above the violet shroud draped over the central door. The door on the left side of the booth hangs open, awaiting Vivien's arrival. She exchanges a glance with Leonard and steps into the booth, pulling the door closed behind her. She takes a seat on the bench affixed to the back wall of the booth and clears her throat.
Good night to you. Who are you, and what do you need from me?
Vivien's question hangs in the air for several long moments. She turns toward her interlocutor, impatiently tapping her foot. Fine. Vivien moves toward the door.
My name is Leah.
Vivien retakes her seat, letting her hand fall to her side. The woman's nervous swallows and shaky breaths cut through the air.
I am a hound of the local sheriff of the Camarilla, but before you rush out and kill me, please, let me talk.
Vivien nods, barely resisting the urge to dig her fingernails into her knees.
You may.
Thank you. You may not know this, but right now, you're in Camarilla territory. Some of our local ghouls have reported to the sheriff that there are 2 new oddlings traipsing around. So he sent out his hound, more specifically me, to find out who you are.
Vivien lets the back of her head strike the varnished wood. Just our luck.
But that's not what I'm really here for. I'm here to make you an offer.
An offer? This better be good.
The local Primogen and other ranking members in our sect have become unhappy with our prince in recent times. We would very much like to get rid of her, whether it be politically or through final death. However, this task is rather difficult. As luck would have it, our prince is a Malkavian.
Vivien rolls her eyes.
I personally do not wish to replace her. I want the Camarilla in this city gone. And if the prince was to disappear, the Camarilla would be in shambles.
Vivien nods to herself.
What role would I play in this?
One of the Primogens, my sire, is of the same opinion as me. She's going to have a meeting with one of the high-ranking anarchs. She's trying to devise a plan with them to cast down the Camarilla in this city and take over their territory. I want you to go with her because, considering your reputation back in Berlin, you seem to have quite a way with words.
I thought your sire was going to do the talking.
She will, but she tries too hard to appeal to the anarchs. She's more of a fangirl around them than a political figure.
Isn't that also kind of a good thing? A good rapport is necessary if you want to strike a good deal.
True, but we also wish to benefit from this arrangement, and so far, she hasn't really negotiated any favorable deals for us.
Why can't you do it yourself?
The sheriff will kick my ass if I don't follow my duties. He likes to keep me on a short leash. What I'm doing right now is the most leeway I can get before I have to go back to Torpor. Or him.
I see your grudge runs a little deeper than just the prince, Nonetheless, why are you asking me specifically to do this?
You're a no-name newbie who just arrived here in town. Anyone who sees you with my sire will just assume you're a new fledgling.
What do I stand to gain from this?
What would you like?
Vivien considers her options.
A secure haven for myself and the other oddling.
As long as the coup succeeds as planned, that should be simple enough. So, will you do it?
When and where will I meet up with your sire?
Arrive at the beach bar Magdeburg at 9 p.m. this Saturday. It's down by the Elbe. You can't miss it.
Very well. Can my oddling come as well?
No. Your entourage would create an unnecessary risk.
Vivien nods reluctantly.
Anything else?
Just one question. How the fuck do you know about my history in Berlin?
Nosferatu. Need I say more?
Ugh, fucking Cammy spies and their information dealing. What else do you know?
Thank you for your time and your cooperation, Vivien. Farewell.
Vivien launches forward, bursting through the door into the hallway. Leah's door hangs wide open, revealing an empty stall. Vivien stares around wildly, unable to find any trace of her. She sighs in defeat and trudges through the remnants of the door toward the staircase.